Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about Paysafe, also going with the ticker PSFE. Now in this video we're going to go towards due diligence and technical analysis. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. Now we did talk about PSFE before, my last video is in the description below. Now in terms of Paysafe, we do have a new presentation and new updates, but a quick two sentences here. Paysafe is a leading specialized payment platform. Its core purpose is to enable businesses and consumers to connect and transact seamlessly through an industry-leading capabilities in payment processing, digital wallets, and online cash solutions. With over 20 years of online payment experience and an annualized transactions volume of $92 billion in 2020 and approximately 3,400 employees located in 12 plus global locations, Paysafe connects the business and consumers across 70 payments types in over 40 currencies around the world. So in terms of Paysafe as well, they do have another news earlier on today at 6:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It says that the latest acquisition enables to further scale in high growth Latin American region, taking advantage of the nascent open banking ecosystem and building on its acquisition of Page Elective or Effectivo. Now this is in terms of acquiring SafetyPay. The transaction is expected to drive multiple cross-selling opportunities across all Paysafe business units, enhancing the long-term growth prospects. Now, in terms of this one here, you're able to see that they said that SafetyPay was founded in 2007 and as an e-commerce payments platform with the mission to enable millions of consumers to alternative payment methods, most notably bank transfers and e-cash solutions to make online purchases. It now has a presence in 11 Latin American countries with additional to coverage in Europe and operations via an unparalleled network of banks with over 90% central bank coverages or bank coverages in general and more than 180,000 cash collection points. It serves nearly 300 merchants primarily in travel, entertainment, and digital goods industries. So that itself on its own is quite massive. Now on today's presentation on the 16th, they are actually having a 41% year-over-year Q2 volume growth, which is massive. In addition, around 16% revenue growth around the same period pro forma, and 23% year-over-year Q2 revenue growth pro forma excluding direct marketing. So really strong Q2 volumes and revenue growth, delivering on their strategy with exciting wins across iGaming and specialized digital commerce and continued execution on transformation. They're also beginning to lap digital wallet headwinds while direct marketing absorbs the impact in 2021 with a strong recovery expected in 2022. And they also announced the acquisition of Page Effectivo, SafetyPay, creating leading open bank solutions in Latin America. And so Paysafe has all these different things underneath, including gateway card, digital wallets, e-cash and open banking, and iGaming services, etc. And you're able to see as well that the leading in iGaming and well positioned to capitalize the expanding in North America. So the North America iGaming markets today. So there's multiple different bills and states that were actually passed as well, and legislations and different rules per state. But its large growing TAM is expected to be around 15% CAGR by 2025 versus 2020 in Canada, 10% in the same period in Europe and the rest of the world, and 55% from 2025 since 2019 in the US, around 55% of that. Now, broadest offerings include single integration, end-to-end payment platforms, global risk regulatory expertise, and more. And they're also saying they are positioned to win. So the trusted partners to regulate brands in Canada since 2010 and connections to around 75% of the US operations or operators and serving more than 1,000 operators globally. And they're delivering growth, winning, and innovation. And you're able to see as well that the growing digital e-commerce is an attractive vertical for them, and they're really trying to go for everything between digital goods, crypto, financial services, and travel. And they're really progressing transformation in Foley playbook, including for instance Bankable. And I'm just going to dive into this one here, the direct marketing beginning to stabilize and to expect strong recoveries in the first quarter of 2022. You're able to see that even though the Paysafe direct marketing net to new merchants in the second quarter of 2021 was still negative, July alone was actually positive. So the backdrop here is, or backdrop, my bad, it took decisive action beginning of the year to exit a discrete set of clients and overall market experiencing temporary contraction as market adjusts to new compliances, and the market remains attractive for Paysafe for specialized providers. In terms of recovery, you have net new merchants turn positive in June. June attraction reached 2-year low, and sales enhancement to improve approval rates, and well positioned with broadest capabilities set the largest bank CRM branching or banking. And we're able to see as well that some of the quarter 2 revenue and adjusted EBITDA performance is at the high end of the guidance given before. So the guidance was around 385 million to 365 million for revenue, and that was actually 384 million. And the rest, you're able to see that they are very close towards the higher end of that guidance. So that's really good. You're able to see as well in terms of volumes, adjusted EBITDA, FCFs, and everything in between, they seem to actually have done better in terms of results in general. Overall, I would say really nice growth for this company. Now, in terms of the eCash segments as well, you're able to see higher revenues, adjusted EBITDA, and higher volumes. And all in all, in terms of volumes, you're able to see since last year a 41% increase in overall volume, with 30% increase in revenue and adjusted EBITDA sitting at 8%. Now, diving a little bit as well, you're able to see almost in all segments has seen an increase. Integrated processing segment has seen a decrease in adjusted EBITDA, but an increase of revenues. So that you're able to see where things are going as well low, such as digital segments. That seems to be only at 16% adjusted EBITDA and 7% compared to, for instance, the eCash segments that seen a 58% increase on the adjusted EBITDA. Nonetheless, they're all increases, and that is itself a very bullish thing. And you're able to see as well that they expanded the debt maturity from 2024 to 2028 and 2019. And you're able to see as well that they refinance existing senior loans, $2.1 billion, to a combination of new secured loans facilities of $1.1 billion and senior secured notes of $0.9 billion. They also expanded the revolver and extended maturity from 2023 to 2027 and improved pricing around 50 basis points and significant covenant in headroom. And you're able to see as well that B+ credit rating is what they're given. So it's not the best, but B+ still reflects 2-notch DSPAC upgrade. And in terms of expecting debt finance to completed in the third quarter to fund SafetyPay acquisition, so there will be debt financing there to afford the SafetyPay acquisition itself. And they're committed to long-term leveraging goal of around 3.5 times more. The current guidance for this year is $1.53 billion to $1.55 billion for revenue. Gross profits is between $930 to $970 million in adjusted EBITDA of $480 to $495 million. The cost of services are sitting between 67 to 69% of the entire revenue. They are saying that they having or anticipate a robust volume of more than $125 billion with continued strong momentum in integrated processing. You're able to also see that the 2021 supplemental view, excluding direct marketing impact, and quarter 3 guidance of between $360 million to $375 million, stronger than quarter 2 2021. Their adjusted EBITDA is anticipated to be between $95 and $110 million. Now, in comparison to actual numbers, you're able to see that is a little bit lower on the adjusted EBITDA range, but in terms of revenue, previously it was around 384 and 119 million respectively. You're able to see that in the third quarter guidance is sitting somewhat closer, a little bit actually lower than the actual. So they anticipate a little bit of stabilization on revenues and adjusted EBITDA. Now, before moving on forward, if you would like to see more content like this, make sure to click the subscribe button and leave notifications on for this channel on the bottom right corner. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video. If you're on mobile, it should be on the bottom, and you can join our Discord totally free in the description below. It's more of a chat room than anything else. In terms of other news, we already have the earnings and everything in between. There's some highlights, but everything was already integrated into the presentation itself. And in terms of institutional buyers, institutions remain somewhat bullish into this one. That goes both sides, but I see that the majority of these are actually additions rather than dispositions of shares. In terms of the short volumes, this is an indication of the short interest in the stock. It's sitting currently closer to 62%, which indicates that there is high shorting activity. Let's move on towards technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis perspective, as we've decreased somewhere around 15 to 16% today, a lot of these things are going to indicate bearish, such as momentums, volumes, everything in between. Willing percent R though shows that there's a lot more selling activities than buying, and you're able to see that both stochastic fast and stochastic slow are pinpointing downwards. Now towards the key parameters that we want to take a look at. For instance, the moving average bands are expecting this one to trade between 1158 and 947, and when that happens, expect a little bit of a bounce from where it is right now. And on the Fibonacci retracements, where significant supports and resistances are outlined based on institutional buyers, currently the resistance is at 1020, 1124, 1208, 1292, 1412, and 1565, and the support is at 851. Now on a price line action, you're able to see the current strong resistance would be somewhere closer to the 979, and then above there somewhere closer to the 1019, and then up to the 1071, going to 1112, and then 1149, and then going up to 1205, and then from there on around 1245 and 1290, going upwards higher all the way to 1406, and then around $15, 1465, 15. Now supports, we need to take a look into more of a 15-minute range on today, and we're able to actually see a couple more resistances such as the 876, the 899, and then going to the 950s and the 989s. Now in terms of that support, the only current support we're able to see is between 851 and 853. Now currently there is a minor support at the 858, 855, although it was really anticipated that that one is not very strong at all. Coming into the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Well, they've actually met their guidance, so I think this is more of an overreaction. It could be relating towards the next guidance, anticipating more of a lower or a drop in some of the activities in terms of revenues and adjusted EBITDA, and that could be the main possibility, but I do anticipate that they will start accumulating in the next few days, if not bounce up a little bit. That is just my opinion based on seeing stocks like this with overreactions, but what do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.